Hi, my name is Nicolaj, and I will try to do an introduction to the topic. And let's see. So today is about product market fit, and it's a very, you can say, specific area. You can also go really in depth, because I know there's some serial founders in here who have started multiple companies, and we can have lengthy discussion regarding how precisely to measure customer acquisition costs. And then on the other side, we have people that haven't started companies before. So I will try to be sort of the middle ground and do the introduction to, first we will have Hans Henrik talk. And Hans Henrik from Coinify will talk mostly about the road towards product market fit. And after that, we have Claus from DrugStars, who will focusing more on how to measure product market fit. So we try to keep both perspectives. So the agenda, I do the intro, and I haven't tried this before. Oh my God, this is too, okay. I do the intro, we have Hans Henrik, we have a Q&A, we have break with snacks, nice. We have Claus coming, we have a Q&A session, and time for networking at the end. So what we do, for those of you who haven't been here before, is we try to do the Q&A with a nice platform. So if you go to this link, pigeonhole.at/PreSeed Academy 9, you can actually enter your questions you might have. So after Hans Henrik and Klaus' session, we'll beam up the questions here, and we'll facilitating a brief Q&A talk. And what's interesting is you can actually upvote the questions you like the most. So, yeah, this is too advanced for me. So let's talk about product market fit, right? And best place to start is, well, let's go to Wikipedia. So Wikipedia says it's something about in which the degree that you have a product that actually satisfies a strong market demand. The problem with that is, well, I guess any founder I talk to say, yes, I have this product, and yes, it satisfies a big product demand. And that's even after they launched version 0. whatever of the product and might have 5 beta customers. So it's still too broad, you can say. It's in line with what you see from Mark Andreessen, who basically say, well, it means being in a good market with a product that can satisfy that market. What is a good market? And I think these broad definitions are basically the reason why we have these issues. So I'm the serial founder, and I've seen it from the perspective of being an entrepreneur when I went to investors and saying, hey, I achieved product market fit, therefore give me a ton of money. And now I see it from the other side, where I meet a lot of startups who say, well, we actually reached product market fit, and I don't really believe them. Why? Because we have different definitions of what product market fit really is. So I'll try to spend the next 10-15 minutes on at least my really simplistic view on this. So the way I see it, and it's actually quite in line with the discussion I haven't had set up before, is, you know, where they are now. And my point is that when you reach product market fit, you're actually not a startup anymore, because you're a scale-up, because you're ready to scale your business. And that's a big difference, because most of us startups, we have a plan, and then what? The plan fails because, hey, all these assumptions we thought about customers, markets, channels, whatever, they failed. I had never met a startup that basically executed on their initial plan. And that's just how it is in startups. And for most startups, that's 2, 3, 4 years. Most of us, of course, believe initially that it will take us something like 6 months, and then we are cash flow profitable, and we have a huge business. But for most of them, it takes much longer. And I'll actually challenge you a little bit. If you know any successful startups from your network or even from Denmark, and you read about them now because they're successful. So you sort of believe that they are only 1 or 2 years old. And then you go into the company register, and then what? They're 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. But then they are not a startup anymore when they reach this. So again, my point is, product market fit is when you're not a startup anymore. And to illustrate that, I will actually take a very simple model by Steve Blank, the author of the 4 Steps to the Epiphany. And his claim, which I guess is supported by most of us, is that startups or companies go through different phases. From basically, I have an idea, which you try to validate and actually find out that you have a product that customers want. And later on, you should, of course, scale the business. This is a very short explanation of what he spends a few hundred pages writing on, right? But basically, that is what it is. So this is the oh shit moments. This is the 2 or 3 years I talked about, right? This is basically reaching product market fit. And when the way he defines a startup is that's a company or organization that is searching for a repeatable and scalable business model. And I would say that's the definition of product market fit. So when I meet a company or one of my own companies where I say, hey, we have something that actually have a repeatable, scalable business model, I would claim that they have reached product market fit. Because then they don't have to search anymore, they can actually scale. And if I take it with Steve Blank's model, then I'll say that the difference is here, right? The difference is, oh my God, can we actually do this? Not for one customer, for multiple customers. And later here, you have startups like maybe the Coinify that have found a market and products that can serve that market in a repeatable and scalable way. That's how I see it, and that's what I look for. So I'm a little bit different because I'm an early stage investor, really early stage. I invest the same time as PreSeed Academy. We actually often invest here, or most often invest here, right? Because we hope to reach that point. But if you're out going for, you can say, larger round, like a classic A round, that's here. So when you invest in the early stage, you're basically selling a dream. So when I see a slide deck from an early stage startup, it's all about that we have this dream and customers would maybe buy this product and they might want to pay so much. But when you have a scale up, you need real data. You should actually see if you can get access to a startup that are raising their Series A or Series B round. You know, that slide deck is basically a spreadsheet, right? Because it's all about these metrics. So if you don't have these metrics in place, you haven't reached product market fit, you're still a startup searching for a repeatable and scalable business model. And as I said, there's actually quite strong empirical evidence that it takes much longer time. So Startup Genome, I think, is an interesting project in US who has looked into thousands of different startups. And they got metrics for them by actually exchanging data. So they went to a startup saying, if you want to benchmark your own startup with ours, basically give us data. So they could actually follow all these startups on user acquisition, how much funding they raised, et cetera, et cetera. And long story short, it takes 2 to 3 times longer than expected. So the old rule of thumb for investors that it takes multiplied by pi, any assumption. So if you say you're cash flow positive in 1 year, I believe it takes 3 years. But still, what does it really mean by having a repeatable and scalable business model? I inserted a few lines here to give my point of view. So a typically first-time founder perspective will be, oh my God, I finally got this new massive order. Therefore, I have product market fit. I can say that with strong confidence because I've been in that situation myself. So this was basically my first, you can say, real startup, CodeSealer, which did nerdy encryption software for the banking industry. And when we have signed the first order, we actually were out searching for venture capital. The problem was actually we got it. Because what's the problem with getting venture capital too early? That is that you are basically saying to people, we'll reach this, so we go into that direction. I actually think that the biggest mistake were that we actually thought that we had product market fit, and we had investors that also thought that. We didn't. But it's a classic example, right? Because our first order was actually a multi-million dollar or multi-million kroner order. So we thought so. So what's the opposite? So this is the founder perspective. But what is the perspective of investor? That could be me. So again, I myself invest earlier. But if you go to investors that would invest after product market fit, aka a classic VC investor, they would think, hey, what will actually happen if we invest? So if I give you 20 million kroner, can we predict the outcome? Sort of. So you should say, yes, if I give you 20 million kroner, you'll be spending 5 million kroner on R&D, the 5 million on admin, and 10 million on sales and marketing, and you already know that these different channels will work, therefore you get that many leads, will result in that many customers, sort of. That is, in the ideal situation, what investors are looking for when you're past product market fit. Of course, you don't need to go investors. You can also use the fact that you have reached product market fit to scale the organization organically. But I'm just saying, if you can't do this, predict that with some kind of certainty, you haven't reached product market fit. There is one issue here, and that is the classic founder versus average Joe. Because a founder of a company has this special fire in his or her eyes, meaning that they can actually sell a lot. They can sell most likely 2 or 3 times more than a regular person. So the way I define product market fit here is, it's not only if a founder, this is Andre, the head of sales in Peneo, he can sell anything. But what if we hire this guy, or maybe one who's slightly better than this guy? But basically the average salesperson that we can recruit, could that person also deliver? If yes, then I think you have product market fit. If not, then you haven't. The problem is here that revenue is not enough, right? Because now you're proven that you can get all these customers that can generate all this revenue. But do you have a financial viable business model? We'll not go into detail. I'm not going to deal right now, but it's basically, the most basic part of that is customer acquisition cost versus lifetime value. So in other words, what does it cost me to get a new customer? That could be by salespeople, it could be outbound marketing, it could be inbound marketing, whatever. What does it cost me? And of course, in the beginning, we have no clue. The same would say about what's the customer worth. Not only what can they pay me up front, but how long time will I have that customer? So customer acquisition cost versus lifetime value is the key metric here in defining financial viability. And of course, there's some more to that, but that's outside this topic. The problem is, let's assume you even come to a point where you objectively have product market fit. The problem is just that some of these metrics are in the future. So let's assume that you like to calculate this ratio of customer acquisition cost versus lifetime value. Lifetime value is about the lifetime. So now I've secured this fantastic company as customer. So will they stay customer for the next 3 years or 5 years? It could also be in the B2C segment. So I have this huge group of consumers. The first 2 months they have seemed to have performed like X% will continue. But how many will really use the service after X years? We don't know. So in the beginning, I'm sorry to say, it's still a lot of storytelling. But you, of course, have to make these assumptions about what will happen in the future. And then, actually, I think the strongest argument or investors or external people are having with founders regarding product market fit is the area where you actually can prove you have some kind of a viable financial business model. So that would typically be this situation where we have a group a company that have secured customers in Denmark on our segment. And now they claim that they can scale this internationally. Can they? So just because you have gotten these 10 customers in the segment in Denmark, is this the same as you can scale in Sweden? Or if you got it in a specific segment, can you move to another segment? Typically, outside people will say, you have to prove that in some way. So you can have a product market fit that is very local. And if that market is big enough for you to have a scalable or repeatable business model, that's fine. But for most of us, we will have to grow bigger. The second argument I see is regarding to how you acquire these customers. It could be that you have been successful with the SEO in Denmark or something like that, inbound marketing, but can you really scale that, right? So the channel you have used so far, can you scale the company with that? And many of us will have to change channels. Classic situation can be, if you work in B2B, that the first customers you're getting with a salesperson, but you realize you can't really scale that, so you're looking for other methods. So if you're going to an investor at that point in time and say, I have product market fit, that investor will typically say, yeah, you're proven that locally with salespeople. So, but either you're planning to hire a bunch of salespeople all over Europe, that's very costly. Alternatively, can you recruit customers in other ways? The same could also be in B2C. I think one of the obvious examples is that you launch your app, let's just call it the app now, and that you have got a ton of PR, so you've got a ton of users now. Can you repeat that? Most likely not. It's really, really hard the month after you launch and say, hey, now we're here again. Of course, you can be lucky to find a good story, but most likely you cannot scale that way. So if I should wrap up my thoughts on this, is that you actually need to have this scalable and repeatable business model before you have product market fit. And the basic of that will be the key metric of, can we get customers in and pay at a much higher cost than what it costs to acquire them. The problem is just that these data is often in the future, so they're very uncertain. That means basically there's still a lot of storytelling about the future, even at that point in time. And then finally, even if you have a financial viable business model, can you actually scale that further? So again, sometimes being a founder in this situation seems like these never-ending questions, right? Now I actually got customers to pay, and now do I really have a product market fit? And now I got it in Denmark, but can I really do it outside Denmark? A never-ending quest towards this. So with these words, I will actually leave it to Hans Henrik, who will talk about how to come from the initial, I'll say, idea phase into reaching product market fit. Okay? And remember, when you have questions to Hans Henrik, put it into the Q&A platform. So we take the Q&A after Hans Henrik's talk. Okay? So basically, if we should wrap up the last 2 hours, I would say, in my simple view, it's about product market fit when you scale up. It sounds so easy. And typically, it's not when you're not a startup anymore, when you're actually ready to scale. And again, this takes much longer time. And remember that for most investors and for most experienced people, we will say, yeah, it's great that you generate revenue, but do you have a financial viable business model? So quickly, I think actually Claus, he said it very well. Well, we started by selling dreams, and that was relatively easy because in the future people will. And then as we discussed, relatively fast, people come to the nasty questions like, what is the lifetime value of a customer? What is the customer acquisition cost? What is the customer acquisition cost per segment? Also, coming back to what Hans Henrik was talking about, was about the major changes. So remember that when you're in these phases where you haven't reached product market fit yet, just look into most of the successful startups in the world. They have changed their business model or strategy several times. I actually think that Coinify was a good example of how they went from, I think Hans Henrik with his own words saying, yeah, we had these naive assumptions about we can go after this market. And we quickly found out we couldn't. And then, therefore, they changed to segment X and segment Y, and now they're going for a completely different market. We had the Mount Everest with Claus about the different camps. I also think that's a very important takeaway from this, is that, well, don't compare yourself to the companies with 2,000 employees that have raised $100 million. They are looking for other metrics than you. So what is the next step you can take, the next value inflection point you can do in your, and in the beginning, honestly, it's not product market fit. But you get closer and closer to an area where you can say, hey, now we have product market fit. And then the nasty question would be, yeah, you have product market fit in Denmark, but can you prove that in England? Or as Claus said, yeah, we actually proved they can generate users, but can actually sell them. So different stages, different problems. Also think, again, you get the slides, so don't worry, you will have this, you can't read it here. But again, the two-sided market, which many of us face, where we have to have some users and we have to monetize on the other side. Both are equally important from product market fit perspective. So this is basically it for today. We have our next event on April 3rd and 4th, and we're both in Copenhagen and Aarhus, where we'll be talking about understanding the landscape of early stage funding. So we'll both have an investor from PreSeed States talking about how is it really to be in there. I'll give him an introduction, and we also will have a founder on stage showing or explaining about their founding route and the mistakes they made. So remember, you can sign up with PreSeedAcademy.dk, and I think you already now in your inbox have an email from us regarding the, how much you like this event. And honestly, we use it a lot. And all the feedback we can get, of course, we like that you enter how happy you are, we track that, but any comments you have on what we can improve, we really appreciate that. So with these final words, we're basically done, and I think we're done on time. And we are staying here for the next half hour, so anyone wants to chat or network over beer, feel free to stay. So see you at the next event in April. Thank you.